Hey, Mrparka here to review a movie from Rosa Films, Rosa Studios, and it is Knightmare. It's kind of funny. There's been a lot of movies recently being released like that come to mind involving knights and like kind of killing people. Dead of Night, Night of the Dead, and of course Knightmare. This story is kind of your typical slasher. It follows some I think they were graduated in 2008 or something like that, 10-year anniversary they throw together, or 5 years, and all these people get invited to this cabin. They used to be friends. There's some awkwardness between a lot of them. Some of them weren't exactly friends. Kind of a wallflower wrote this book that was based on them, and they kind of got outed for who they were in high school. So there's a lot of animosity towards them, so it's a good way to set up a slasher to guess who's doing it. You don't really know who's doing it. Essentially, you get all these stereotypical characters that come to this house and start getting picked off by this knight. I must say that although a lot of the characters are stereotypes, there's truly only one unlikable character. A lot of the other characters are actually kind of fun in a lot of ways. And by the end, the fates of some of them I was happy to see, actually. I was kind of rooting for a couple of them to pull through. One of the best characters in the film is the guy who is kind of like the group drug dealer and things like that. And you know, you could really easily have made this guy an absolute horrible piece of crap. But they don't really go that route. Like I said, they are stereotypes, but they're not horribly unlikable stereotypes, which is what happens a lot in these films, where they're so obnoxious that you just dislike them. So saying that, that's probably the most positive thing for me, is that I didn't hate absolutely all the characters, which has been happening a lot in a lot of modern day slasher movies that are basically, you know, almost by the numbers at points these days. But the digital effects that are added in here are a little disappointing. They're not up to par. The practical are decent. They're solid. They work. But it's kind of strange for me that the killer is a knight. He's in a knight suit. It's their old high school mascot, and he has a sword. But he doesn't use the sword that much. I think he uses it once, and that's kind of a major disappointment. You could set up so many cool kills with a guy in a knight outfit that they should have been a little better than just rolling somebody's head over with a car or strangling them. They're just kind of the, you know, your typical stuff there. Like I really would have liked to see some, you know, medieval death play or some medieval torture or sword chopping, just some cool creative kills, because that's a big thing of a slasher movie that always makes it a positive, is for me at least. But like I said, the acting's okay. There's really one horribly dislikable character, but she works. She does a pretty good job. I wanted to strangle her. Everyone else is stereotypes, like I said, not horribly unlikable. The digital effects aren't great. The location's kind of cool, but it's very in a lot of ways it's by the numbers. The ending is kind of cool. They you know, there's some more than, you know, I don't want to give too much away, but there's not just your typical one survivor, final girl type scenario here. And I do like how the killer reveals himself or herself. I probably spoiled a little bit there, but I don't necessarily, I'm not going to give any more details in that aspect. But I do enjoy how they reveal themselves and what they do to the characters, which makes it a little easy to pick them off. But this is kind of your run-of-the-mill, down the middle. I wouldn't be like, you gotta have to see this, but I wouldn't say don't see it either. I just would say, if it looks like something that you would enjoy, you might enjoy it. Like I said, avoid the digital effects, nothing too great. The practical effects, okay. Some of the characters, cool. The concept is basic, but also kind of fun. So this is Knightmare. There is, I believe, some commentary on here as well. I want to say, I believe there is a scene of nudity. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say there is maybe a couple boobs in here. You see so many boobs in movies that sometimes you forget. But I'm Mrparka. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.
You guys, this is going to be so much fun.
Party! Woo!
Oh, well, there's some extra space in my room. Who's had it? Me?
We are well stocked for a phenomenal reunion weekend, and it's going to be a weekend none of you will ever forget.
I think I lost something. Because it just makes me think of heads being removed from shoulders and...
just gotta split up. We could use our numbers against them.
Dude, I just saw a knight.